it's Dave Landau, and you're watching Andy Smith, the coolest comic book creator around. Just ask his mom. I have. All hail Comicsgate. Bam! Bam! Bam!
To the desk. All right, Mr. Mighty, let's see what adventures await. What will come out of the mighty pencil on To the Mighty Day for Mr. Mighty's adventures? What villains will you take down with your mightiness? Alright, Mr. Mighty, we'll pick this up later. Duty calls. The trash will not take itself out.
Shut up and sit down.
And everybody, let's put your hands together for your host with the most, Andy Smith. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me on this fantastic afternoon. I just wanted to pop in and share some books I got from Rockhill Comic-con this past weekend in Rockhill, South Carolina. AJ's in the house. He says, let's go. Blackjack, hail CG. And then AJ making fun of me like a son of a bee. You're wearing Helen's glasses again. No, I'm wearing mine, you. Oh, don't show your face here for Heroes Con next year, buddy. We're going to tussle. Whoa, Andy in the daytime, right? Chris Thacker, hello. Matt Barr is in his house. What is up? So yes, I thought I would share some funny books I got from the con over the weekend. There is no Dennis and Andy show today because Dennis decided to take a vacation. He's on some cruise in Alaska with his wife, his brother, his sister-in-law, and his mom. You know, you might think Dennis takes a lot of these vacations. We are 9 months into the year, and let's see, he's already spent 2 weeks in South Korea visiting his daughter. He took a 1 week or 1.5 week road trip with his wife up from here in North Carolina all the way up to Niagara Falls and stopped at some state capitals because they're trying to hit every state capital. And then went over to Wisconsin and stuff and then drove back. That was a 1.5 weeks. And now he's a week on a cruise. What the hell? This guy doesn't do anything. Good Lord. Just drives me crazy. I swear. So anyhow, Publishing Pete, that's right, daytime, and he is a slacker, because I know that's who you're talking about. Maybe I should talk. Hold on, let's see. What's this sound like? Let me see. How's that sound? Do I sound good? Do you wanna do me? You know what I mean. What if I up the pitch? Oh, hello. Is that a pencil in your pocket? Or are you just really small down there? Oh, wow, that's weird. Chris says he should have visited Graham when he was up by Niagara. He should have. Marcus says he thinks Shane is going to Heroes Con. That would be cool. Dennis tore his Achilles and will be out for the remainder of the YouTube season. He might. Let's try this. How do I sound now? Do I sound enticing? Is this a voice that if you got a phone call from, you would stay on the line? I think it is. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Or we can just go back to the narrator. Hello, everybody. Let's look through some comic books. I think I'll do the rest of the show this way. So if anybody just starts watching, they'll be like, wow, that guy's voice does not match his face. Okay. First book I picked up. Don't laugh at me. Okay, I can't do it. I got to turn this off. Okay. Wait, that's not the right one. There we go. Back to normal. Okay, that was even annoying me. Good Lord. Okay, first book I picked up, X Patrol. That's right, guys. 20 plus. Damn, this was like 96. 27 years ago, DC, Marvel teamed up together. This is back when fun books were coming out, and they did the amalgam line. Now, I only have a couple of these. I've got the X Patrol that Brian Hitch drew. I've got Doctor Strange Fate, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, and of course, Kevin Nolan on inks. So I had to pick that book up. I used to have, and I think I still do, I just got to find it, Amazon, John Byrne, Terry Austin. And I might have had more, but I got rid of some. But now I'm thinking about collecting all these again. The trade paperbacks are really expensive, so it's actually cheaper to buy the single issues. Oh, forgot. I also have Super Soldier, Dave Gibbons, the combination of Captain America and Superman, drawn by Dave Gibbons. Just a gorgeous book. And I also have, because I was going through my stuff, Thorion of the New Gods, New as Gods, whatever it says behind his head. This book is cool because, guys, if you didn't know and you want to know what John Romita Jr.'s pencils look like, this book was shot from his pencils. This was not inked. So Blackjack says, my stack of amalgam is my soon-to-be listed on eBay box. What? Talk to me, Blackjack. If you got the amalgam books, I might buy them from you. So these were shot. Oh, that's not the best spread to open to. Let's see if I can find something better. Here we go. Shot right from JR's pencils. These are John Romita Jr.'s pencils. No inks. So this is a cool book. But yeah, I'm thinking about collecting all these because they're really a fun read. This one was by Roger Cruz. Very fun. So anyhow, that's one book I picked up. It was $1. $1. All right. What else do we got? Oh, I tell you what, I'm even going to take this one out of the bag. Art to Bear calling me Oh, did I do something wrong? Art's calling me by my full name. Oh, I feel like my mom's talking to me. Hello. I had this when it came out. I got it. They only did 3 of these samplers. I did have them all as a kid. Got rid of them for $1. I was down to buy this one again. I mean, if the guy had the other ones, I would have bought those too. What is up, my bro? Nice wraparound cover, Ed Hannigan and Dick Giordano. And I'm looking through this. This is a DC sampler from 19. It should say. Of course, it doesn't. Not on the cover, at least. Oh my God. Do they not know what an indicia is? 1983. Are you saying I look like your mom? No. No, Art. I would never say that. Yeah, I mean, you do look like an old woman, just not my mom. King AJ. I have King Cryptid #1. It was very good, and I backed King Cryptid. Sorry about that. On the current campaign, because we had Pete on the Dennis and Andy show, and I backed it so I could get all 1 through 9. So don't you worry. So this was cool. Double page spread of books coming out. All-Star Squadron, little Jerry Ordway action. Oh yeah, Action Comics, Superman, Gil Kane. Yeah, this is kind of a tease. Gil only drew a few of these. He didn't draw a lot. It was mostly still Kurt Swan, which was fine, but Gil Kane's Superman is awesome. Arion, Lord of Atlantis, Jan Duursema, some of her first DC work, if I remember correctly. Art said, I set you up and you knocked it out of the ballpark. I always try, Art, just for you. The war is over, Omega Men. Art, did you ever ink Gil Kane? Wonder Woman, Don Heck. Hey, AJ Tom, if you're still watching and we talked and you were like, I just don't get Don Heck. Dude, Don Heck, pencils and inks. Gorgeous. Right here, buddy. Gorgeous work. This is unfortunately printed before Don Newton passed away because it says Batman and it says Don Newton. This is Jim Aparo, but they did advertise Batman being drawn by Don. He passed away shortly thereafter. Dan Genovese, hello. What is this? Oh, Amethyst, Prince of Gem World, Ernie Colon. Our buddy and professional Aaron Lepresti drew some Amethyst stuff. Of course, beautiful Titan spread. Teen Titans, more than meets the eye. Who doesn't love some Joe Kubert here? GI Combat, Sergeant Rock. Beautiful. And this is all new art that was just produced for this sampler. World's Finest. That's Jerome Moore, who is a character designer now and animation, has been for a long time. Let's see, what do we got here? This is Legion of Superheroes right here. Little Keith Giffen. Oh, yeah. The Flash, Carmine Infantino. Now, I got to say, that figure of the Flash running, that big figure of him running does not look like Carmine Infantino to me. I'm not quite sure who drew that, but the face is kind of Carmine. It could be the inks. Oh, yeah, I've got a few of these. Arak, Son of Thunder. That's Ron Randall right there. Oh, yeah, little Captain Carrot and the Zoo Crew on the side. Look at that good stuff. Oh, yeah, here we go. Supergirl, Kurt Swan, inked by Bob Oxner. Graham should love this stuff because Graham is a huge Bob Oxner fan. So he should definitely love that stuff. I do. Great inks. Firestorm, a book I bought when it was coming out, drawn by Pat Broderick, written by, I believe, Jerry Conway. Pat drew him and Jerry there. Pretty cool. As a little kid, if you would have said, hey, when you grow up, you're going to draw comics and be friends with Pat Broderick, I'd be like, no way, I'm reading Firestorm right now. I don't believe it. So anyhow, that's the DC sampler. And it got me thinking, how cool would it be to do something like this? And it's like the professional sampler. And each bro gets a 2-page spread. So there's 6 bros. So that's 12 pages. I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool. The professional sampler. I think that'd be kind of neat. Or if we really want to expand, where that DC bullet is, you slap a CG right there and it's the CG sampler. That would be really cool. So anyhow, just saying. All right, what else do we got? Oh, I already had 1 and 2. So I picked up 3 and 4 of Hawkeye. Now I had these as a kid. I did buy these when these came out as a kid. These were drawn by Mark Grunwald. Mark Grunwald was more known as a writer and just great historian when it came to comic books. Hold on, what do we got here? I'd buy it in regards to the sampler. Yes, you all need to do more crossover marketing. Prater 7, what's up? Rob Brown says, CG sampler, yes. Well, see, the thing is, those things were given away for free. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I mean, we could crowdfund a CG sampler and maybe sell it for like $5, see what the, because it's not super high print quality, print on like a newsprint type of paper, keep it to like, 20 pages, 24 pages, and sell it for like $5 as a sampler. And then overprints and stuff. We could take the cons. I don't know. We need to figure out a way to showcase each other and other CG books. I mean, it's up to the creators, of the books. Con pamphlet. Yep. So yeah, so I got these. I had issues 1 and 2, which I just rebought. Issues 2, 3, and 4 are like cheap. Issue 1 goes for a little more, Hawkeye, whatever. But now I own them again. These were like $1 a piece. The first 2 issues, all 4 issues were drawn by Mark Grunwald. And I believe Mark wrote the book as well. So let's see. Let's just see. CG coming attractions. Yep. So Mark Grunwald drew the book, wrote and drew Hawkeye. The first 2 issues were inked by Brett Breeding. And Brett Breeding in the 80s, I mean, I still love Brett Breeding's inks, but Brett Breeding in the 80s was just hooking everybody up. Ron Friends, Mark Grunwald, he inked John Buscema Conan, very beautiful looking inks. And unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but these last 2 issues, Brett was taken off and Danny Bulanati inked it. Danny Bulanati's a good inker too. He's a Filipino style type of inker. Looks very Rudy Nebres. But it was really a departure when you go from Brett Breeding to Danny Bulanati. I mean, if I was the editor and I knew Brett was leaving, I would have said, could we get Joe Rubinstein? Because Joe Rubinstein is more along the lines of Brett Breeding to finish these books. So there was more of a consistency. If Danny inked all 4, that would have been fine as well. But anyhow, I got my Hawkeye run back that I used to have as a kid. So I'm happy. I'm happy. Chris says, sell for $5. That shows a bunch of CG creators. So wait, are you saying selling like a CG sampler where each creator gets like a 2-page spread for $5? See, the thing is though, because you're trying to pull people in and usually you want to do giveaway stuff. Now, I guess if there was enough CG creators that wanted to go in and split the shipping, or not the shipping, but the printing cost, on it on a sampler type book, then what you could do is simple math. Let's say there's 10 CG creators that want to do a sampler book. Okay. And we print 1,000 of them. That means each creator gets 100 copies, and then they can give them away or whatever for free. And you pay for just 100 copies. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Maybe I'm drunk. Might have been a deadline thing, since Elliot R. Brown, Ian Aiken, and Brian Garvey did assists and backgrounds. It probably was a deadline thing. All right, another book I got. Now, I use an app to catalog my comics, and it's called CLZ. And on the app, you can catalog your comics, but you can also make a want list. So when you go to a show, you can pull the app up and see what books you want instead of having to remember them all. So I wanted a copy of Superman 205. I didn't want a nice copy. As you can see, this copy cost me $1. What's up, Henry? $1 for this right here. It's going on my spin rack. I wanted it. One, it's a Neil Adams cover. I think that cover is really cool. And two, like I said before, I'm really getting into older Superman stuff because of the artwork. So this came out in 1968, and it's pencils and inks. Repairman Jack, ahoy, Andy, shiny dome dude. I am a shiny dome dude. Pencils and Inks by Al Plastino. And guys, I got to tell you, I really enjoy this work. I know it's old school looking, but I mean, if you look at the faces, I mean, that's a nice Superman figure. He's buff, he's bulky, he's like George Reeves. That face of the guy in the foreground is so well drawn, guys. There's just some nice stuff in this book, and there's one, right here. See that shot of Superman right there? That profile where he's looking at the sign that says Chief Inspector. Tell me if you're familiar with Jerry Ordway's Superman run. You can tell Jerry was influenced by Al Plastino, Kurt Swan, Wayne Boring, because that is how Jerry would draw a Superman profile right there. So, and I agree. Look, I love John Byrne. I love John Byrne's Superman stuff. I've got every issue of Superman that John did, trade paperback, you name it. I've got the single issues that I bought as a kid. I still have them. I bought trade paperbacks. Love John Byrne stuff, but I'm just digging this stuff. Great. Oops. Oh, wrong way. Sorry. Great face right there. Great figure down below is Superman. So that is why I bought Superman 205, and it's going on my spin rack. And when I do this, I'm doing my form of David Letterman. Wasn't it Dave Letterman with the cards, and he'd throw them at the camera after he read something, he'd flick them. I'm throwing my comics on the floor. I also bought not a run, but 4 issues of, and I can explain why I bought each one of these. Power Man and Iron Fist. Pick a card, any card, pick a card. So Power Man and Iron Fist, you're like, dude, what are you getting old Power Man and Iron Fist for? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to tell you. I just found out before I went to this convention, this was like last week, that one of my favorite artists drew 51 and 52. Guess who drew the interiors of these books? I'm going to tell you because somebody's going to say it. Mike Zeck. Michael Zeck. The Mike Zeck. This is Mike Zeck, baby, on interiors. Now, I will say it's kind of difficult to see that it's Mike Zeck because this is early in his work at Marvel. This is the 70s. So there's a few things you can look at and go, that's Mike Zeck on the inside. The covers are not, but the inside of these are Mike Zeck. and they're nice. I'm just a Zek fan. I've said it before. My favorite Mike Zek stuff is Captain America. Oh, just got to text my daughter back. She just sent me something. Okay. You can wear one too. Okay, that was texting my wife. So 1970s Mike Zek, early stuff. Is he adhering to the Marvel 70s house style? Well, that's the thing. I'll open up 51. It's hard to tell because of the inking. The inking is really heavy-handed, and when I tell you who the inker is, you'll go, oh, that's not a shock. So the inker is John Buscema's main inker on Conan, Ernie Chan, Ernie Chua, whatever. And if you know his inking, he has a very, very what is it? Very hard style in regards to if Ernie inks it, you know it. But here's a shot that's kind of Mike Zek. Both those. I mean, this whole page really pages are. That's a. You can tell that's Mike Zek on those Iron Fist figures at the top for sure. But Ernie inked them. He did these 2 issues. I was like, got to get those. So, because like I said, big Mike Zek fan. Love his Captain America. And now I've got this. And Blackjack is right. Ricardo Villamonte inked these 2 issues. Now you're going, why did you get number 69? What is so special about number 69? Well, besides it's the year I was born. And besides, it's just a really good number, if you know what I mean. Sorry about that. My face made a weird thing. I also bought number 69 because found this out last week. I found all this out last week doing a deep dive on some Power Man and Iron Fist, drawn by another one of my favorite artists. He drew the cover, Alan Weiss. Alan Weiss drew Power Man and Iron Fist for this one issue. It's also kind of early. It's also inked. I think this one is inked by Ricardo Villamonte. Noah Van Sciver in the house. I will answer that question in a second. This one was inked by, Ricardo Villamonte. You can definitely see Alan Weiss in this stuff. That first panel, very Alan Weiss in the drawing. So, I love Alan's work. He did not draw enough comics and had to get it. So there you go. Boom, chakalaka, laka boom with that one. And now you're like, well, why did you get 75? I also got 77. I don't have that next to me. It's in the house to read. All the ones I'm showing, I've read. Kerry Gamble. Kerry Gamble is a guy whose work I discovered on Superman, and I just fell in love with it. He's one of my favorite artists. He did 2 issues of Marvel Fanfare with Captain America, which are awesome. And these were inked by Ricardo Villamonte. Kerry Gamble's drawing style and traits are all over these. I love this stuff. Instead of buying all the single issues, I'm actually looking on eBay for the black and white essential book that Marvel did that collects this stuff because I want to get it. Somebody also mentioned Dennis Cowan. When I was a kid, I had almost every issue of Power Man and Iron Fist that Dennis Cowan drew. I did a purge 20 years ago during a move. I got rid of them all. So I'm also looking on eBay to buy the essential Power Man and Iron Fist that collects the Dennis Cowan stuff as well, because I love that early Dennis Cowan stuff on Power Man and Iron Fist. Carl Potts inked it. Just great stuff. So Noah Van Sciver asked, if you're not up on the chat, what do you think of Chaykin's American Flag? I just got take that back. I got him like 5-6 years ago. at $1 box. I picked up like the first 15 issues of American Flag, and I still have them, and I read them. I didn't read American Flag at the time when they came out, so I read them back when I got them, and I like American Flag, and I really like in American Flag the style that Chaykin was working in then. It was really graphic. It was really, really nice. I like American Flag. Art to Bear works with everybody. Gamble Rocks worked with him on Superman. Did you? What you don't remember, but if you do, what issues did he ink? Did you ink over Carrie or what? Because I remember a cover, I think. But did you do interiors? Marvel put out 3 Power Man and Iron Fist Epic collections. I like the black and white stuff. And they're not that expensive on eBay. So you did do interiors? What issue number, Art? Come on. How am I supposed to go buy it without you telling me an issue number? Do some Googling. Another book I bought that was on my want list that I would see at conventions in really nice condition for like $25 or higher. And I'm like, I just don't want to spend $25 on that book because it's for my spin rack. So I got this for $5. House of Mystery 184. Yes, that's a Neil Adams cover. Not why I bought it. Art says you inked a few issues. Don't remember the numbers. Art, I think you're lying. I almost have every issue of Superman Carrie did. I just don't remember. Oh, damn it, Art. You're going to make me do the homework. Fine. So anyhow, I bought this. 2 great stories in here. Just look at this right here. Alex Toth. That almost looks like he took a photograph of the wall with the hieroglyphics and messed with it in Photoshop. And that's not what he did, baby. That is all ink that he did. I don't lie. Art says I don't lie. I know you're not Billy. And Billy doesn't lie. He just stretches the truth a little bit like, Mr. Fantastic. So I bought this job. Alex Toth. Alex freaking Toth. Look at that crowd scene right there. Holy crap. Good googly moogly. That is awesome. The way Alex Toth spots blacks. Gary Martin in the house. What is up? You know what I really noticed looking at this Alex Toth job? And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I was high when I was looking at it, but I don't think so. In the layouts, and the way he spots his blacks and stuff. And I already knew Adam Hughes was a fan of Alex Toth, but this particular job, I got a really big sense of like seeing where Adam got some of his storytelling and layout and black spotting from. Love it. So that's that. Let me get to the back part because there's a second story in here. Dude, Gil Kane and Wally Wood. Gil Kane, Wally Wood, kicking ass like there's no tomorrow. Both of these stories were good. Just look at that. Gil Kane, Wally Wood. Baby, this is going on my spin rack for sure. Just love it. Look at that. Oh, great stuff. So that's why I bought that. Bobby Greer says I only buy CG comics. Honestly, that's a lot of what I buy, but I still dig my back issue, Silver Age, Bronze Age stuff because it's just so good. All right. What else did I get? Oh, talk about Gil Kane. Marvel 2-in-1 number 2. I bought a nice issue of number 1 last year at a convention. Nice near mint copy of Marvel 2-in-1 number 1. I'm the proud owner of. It's the Thing and the Man Thing, drawn by Gil Kane, inked by Joe Sinnott. Well, Marvel 2-in-1 number 2, Thing and Submariner. This one cost me like $6. It's medium grade, mid grade, but it's Gil Kane, Joe Sinnott, and it's the Submariner in that cool costume I dig. Designed, I believe, by John Romita Sr., who drew this cover, it looks like. Now I just need to get issue 3, which is the Thing and Daredevil. Gil Kane, I think it might be Frank Giacoya, though. I'm not sure. That's why I got that. All right, guys. Guilty pleasure time. Guilty pleasure. Please don't leave the show because of this book. I have issue 1. This is issue 4. Warriors, come out and play. Warriors, come out and play. Marvel 2-in-1 annual number 2 is the greatest. I think I have that. Now you're going to make me look on my phone app to see if I have it. I'm trying to remember who was in it. Don't spoil it by telling me. Let me just see if I have it first. Oh, no, I have number 6. Number 2 is, number 2. Yeah, of course. That's great. That's Jim Starlin. That's the Thanos stuff. So I don't have the actual issue. I just have it in reprints. So, because that book ain't cheap. So I do own it in reprints. Yes, one of the reasons I bought this, I bought this is because Joe Quesada cover art when Joe was actually drawing stuff out of his head. Is it funky? Sure it is. But his X Factor stuff, his creator own thing, Ash, even the first Daredevil Night stuff, you could tell Joe was drawing it out of his head. He's got a fun style. Now he's, looks like he's using, I don't know, just saying, I think Joe might be using Poser or something. It just doesn't look like Joe is drawing stuff out of his head anymore. But I could be wrong. But guys, look at this. Hold on here. What the F, Andy? Grab that annual in Avengers Annual 7. Dude, I've got them in reprint. Both of those books are expensive, and I'm cheap. Dan Lawless, guys. Dandy Dan Lawless. Maybe he'll show up when he hears his name. Dan Lawless drawing the Warrior Santa Claus here. Did he ink this? Nope. Jeff Albrecht did the inks. J.D. Smith, I believe, colored everything in this book. So there you go. So Dan Lawless is in the book. That's cool. Dan is working on coloring. He's got the first 3 pages of that beautiful Bud Root Lilineth story. What's that? I got to go and take my birthday girl out for lunch. Well, wish her happy birthday, Art. That's very nice of you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Have a good one, buddy. Thanks for dropping in. So Dan Lawless is now in process of coloring the wonderful, just absolutely wonderful Bud Root story for Kor-Drath. And I am just so excited when Kor-Drath reaches 100,000 diggity dollars. I will add this 4-page Bud Root story to the book with colors by fantastic, fun guy, Dan Lawless. I mean, look at this 2-page spread. Just look at that 2-page spread. Let me do this. Look at that. Look at it. Wow. Bud Root drawing interior pages again. Who would have thought? Look at this. What? That is great stuff right there. Right there. Bud Root. Making people's dream. Bud Root has not drawn interior pages in over a decade, I think. So let's get this campaign to 100,000. Get it going. All right. More. Larry Stroman. That's right. Larry freaking Stroman. Warriors. Let's see who else we got in here. Who is this? Ron Lim. Ron Lim. Drawing Warrior. I was able to talk to the Warrior on the phone at Omnis Press when I was sharing a studio with Bart back in the day. I was able to talk to the Warrior on the phone once. Gary says, okay, I'm going to back Kor-Drath right now. Dude, thanks. And by the way, Gary, backed your art book last week or this week, something like that. But I did back it. Dwayne, hold on. Let me just make sure before I throw out the guy's name. Yep. Dwayne freaking Turner, drawing the Warrior right here. Dwayne Turner. And then that's right. Oh, it's not in the staple, so I can't pull it out as a piece. But my buddy, your pal, Bart Sears, drawing the Warrior. You know it's a Bart because he does decapitated heads. Bart Sears drawing the Warrior after being in battle. Whatever happened to Dwayne Turner? I have no idea. Rick Hoberg drawing the Warrior. Nelson doing a little Warrior action there. So, I mean, guys, there's just some good art in this book. Rob Liefeld's protege, Marat Michaels. I mean, this one's weird because it's kind of like, whoa, the Warrior just had his way with Santa Claus, if you know what I mean. Come on, Warrior, that's not cool. Don't be doing that to Santa Claus, Santa Pana Claus. So anyhow, now I've got Warrior 1 and 4. Maybe I'll buy 2 and 3 if I ever see him at the shop. You just don't know. All right, guys, the most expensive books I bought over the weekend, filling in some holes in a collection. You know me, big Captain America guy. Captain America 115. Whoops. 115 and 116 right here. 115 drawn by John Buscema, inked by his brother Sal. Obviously, I've got this in reprint, but now I got the real deal. Great book. And 116, Gene Colan, inked by Joe Thinnett. Gene Colan, Dan Lawless in the house. Gene Colan, inked by Joe freaking Sinnott. Those guys, it's just gorgeous. That's all I can say is Gene Colan, inked by Joe Sinnott, is gorgeous. Dan Lawless. Now he's here. He's here. He's here. He is here. Some of my favorite Dan Lawless work right here. Oh, yeah. Dan, don't ever let it be said that your Warrior Santa Claus isn't kick ass, because it is. I wish I could have been a part of this book with you. What year did this come out? 1996. Good googly moogly. Goes in a bag and backing board to keep it nice. Also bought Captain America 260. You're like, why? Why'd you buy 260? Well, I had it as a kid. Got rid of it. The only Captain Americas I really kept from my childhood was the whole entire Mike Zeck run and some other early issues. But I'm kind of wanting to fill in all these holes. And Mike Zeck actually did a few issues of Captain America before 260. And I hate having a gap of 1 or 2 books. So that's why I got it. It's drawn by Alan Kupperberg. The cover is Al Milgram. Very cool design on this. I would love to see the original to this cover. Al probably still owns it. He owns a lot of books. Dan says, I never saw that colored. Looks cool. You talking about your Santa Claus? Wow, Dan. You know, Dan, I am so looking forward to seeing this colored. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing this colored as well. Hint, hint. Yeah, let's do it, Dan. All right. Oh, Dan, Mike Zeck, Captain America is great. Okay, Last thing that I bought, the last thing, magazine size. Now, I did not know that Neil Adams drew a lot of this, and then some of his underlings, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but the guys coming up in the business that was working at Neil's studio continuity worked on it as well. Are we watching a video of Andy filling in his holes? You could say that, but this is not. This is a #1 Neil Adams art, black and white, the $6 Million Man magazine. I read this, feels just like the TV show. Neil Adams painted cover. Just the art in this is awesome. It's so cool. Did you catch me showing the in progress colors on Reenie's show? No, I did not, Dan. Man, I didn't see that. But anyhow, $6 Million Man, #1. There were 3 of these. 1, 2, and 3. Neil only did #1. I have no interest in getting 2 or 3. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I have to look at them, see what the art looks like. I don't even know who drew them, but $6 Million Man right here, Neil Adams art. I had to get it. Just love it. It is so freaking cool. That does not go on a spin rack. This bad boy goes in a box. Great stuff. And it is black and white. Zaid Comics, what is up? Black and white Neil Adams stuff. Really cool. Like I said, not a spin rack. And it was only $10. $10. Now, it's not mint condition, but I don't care. It's only $10. So that is a bunch of comics I got. Let's see. You know what? Because you guys are here and I like to treat people that are here to things. Let's see. I can show you a drawing I finished this morning. I want to post it on social media a little bit later. But we'll play a game. I'll show you the drawing. You tell me the character. Uploading now. I'm doing it as an overlay. So I finished this morning, and I did not a time lapse. I did a full video, start to finish, of me inking this drawing. Neil Adams cover. Or #2, #3, Jack Sparling. Yes, but who did the insides? So look at that. What character is this? That is Kit Carter. You nailed it. I did a full video of my inking this morning. Hello. And I'm going to edit the video because it's about an hour and a half long. And I'm not quite sure I should put up hour and a half long video with literally, there's no talking or anything. It's just a video of me inking. I inked the whole thing with a brush, except for like some template stuff, circles and stuff like that on her costume. So I'm gonna shorten the video up. Make a little time lapse of it, but I'm going to adjust it myself. The video I posted of the of Dan Fraga's sniper character time lapse, that was shot with the time lapse feature on my iPhone. So boom, right out of the gate, it is issues 2 and 3 say Continuity Associates. Well, I'll have to check them out then. Maybe they are worth getting. Thank you for that, Blackjack. I'm going to shoot that hour and a half inking video down to a few minutes. So it's not super fast and you can actually see it and stuff. And I want to do that for you guys and post that on my YouTube channel later as well. I'm going to tweet out Facebook, Instagram, that Kit Carter in a little bit that I showed you guys. And let's see, what else is there that I want to show you guys? I know. Hold on. I will be right back after this brief commercial announcement. Well, hello, everybody. It was getting a little cold in my office, so I had to put on my, twist it the right way. I had to put on my Kor-Drath beanie. That's right, guys. Beanies have arrived at the Smith household. That's right, brother. I'm wearing my Kor-Drath beanie. Get yourself a Kor-Drath beanie. Well, unfortunately, it's too late because I took them down from the Kor-Drath campaign. But if you ordered a Kor-Drath beanie, they will be shipping out soon as next week. These beanies will be shipping out to you backers, brother. That's right, brother. The Kor-Drath beanie is in the house. And once Dennis is back from his vacation, we're going to start shipping these mofos out to you beautiful, wonderful backers. Yeah. All right. How's that? Certified badass. That's right, Dan Fraga. It is certified badass. That reminds me, I don't even have to do it that way. I can just do it like this. What do you think about this hat?
Certified badass.
Hell yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. What's
For
this
more
one say?
awesome content, like and subscribe now.
Hell yeah, you should. Yeah. And, when people think of Kor-Drath, they think...
There was only one man for the job.
Damn, that is the truth. There was only one man for the job, and that is Kor-Drath, everybody. Kor-Drath, the one man for the job. Speaking of that one man for the job, let's just do this real quick. Do 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 do. That's right, guys. Kor-Drath, The Reckoning by your man Andy Smith. That's me. Yes, it says $86,335. But guys, have no fear. I ran a Kickstarter campaign a few months back, and we are over $90,000. And what happens when we get to 100,000? That's right. The Bud Root 4-page story is added to Kor-Drath, The Reckoning. 80 pages of fantastic Kor-Drath stuff. You will love it. I guarantee it. Hold on a second. Down in a few. All right. I just had to shoot a text over to somebody that is actually, we're having our house painted, and the painter needs to see me for something. So hopefully it's not bad. But anyhow, Kor-Drath, The Reckoning. Guys, go check it out. Most of you have already backed it. If you haven't backed it yet, I still love you. Go back it. Links are in the description below. Seriously, get to $100,000. These 4 pages of Bud Root glory will be in the book. This is a 2-page spread right here. Once the 4th page is done, I'm going to put all 4 pages up for sale. Yes, it is. AJ just asked, is that Bud Root art going to be available to buy on the campaign? It will. Once I get page 4, I will put all 4 pages up for sale. Of course, go get the Conan blank cover where I drew Kor-Drath. Well, let's just say they got into a fight and Conan totally lost his head. So there you go, guys. You can buy that cover right now for a steal. Interior pages. I'm working on the commissions for the people that did the figure sketch and head sketch tier. I'm working on credits pages and things like that as well. This book is going to be coming out soon. And let's make it come out with those 4 extra story pages by Bud Root. He hasn't drawn sequential art in over a decade. Let's get this man back into action, guys. Thank you for joining me as we look through some funny books. Kor-Drath the Reckoning, The Beanie. It feels good on my head. Thank God it's a little chilly, so I'm not sweating all up in here. And, you know, it wasn't the Dennis and Andy show. It was the Andy show. And I say, I feel lonely without Dennis, but that's okay. He'll be back next week. I'll catch you guys later. I'm just looking for my my wonderful little, we're just going to play this again. Everybody have a great day. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye, everybody.